I don't know if you guys saw this. This is 23. I hadn't heard it reported, but apparently it was going around the quote green room of MSNBC, according to Tim Miller.
Oh boy.
That the Kamala Harris campaign was seriously considering Mark Cuban as a vice president.
Oh, I did not hear this.
Roll this.
There was some green room gossip at MSNBC. You ready for this? You ready? I wouldn't tell you this if it wasn't like pretty good. Like somebody I kind of trust said that they asked you to send in VP vetting papers, and you said no, the list would be too long. Is that true? It is true. Why didn't you consider? I mean, you ended out there campaigning with her advisor.
Well, the second part of that is, my response was, I'm not very good as the number two person. And so the last thing we need is me telling Kamala, the president, that, no, that's a dumb idea, right? And I'm not real good at the shaking hands.
All right.
And kissing
Well, I don't
babies
know about
either.
that, man. I was talking to Pete Buttigieg a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I want to, give you a time machine. We're going to go back in a DeLorean. Like, what could we do different? So I want to ask you that same question, but also in the context, like, if it was you instead of Tim Walz, who the hell knows? I don't know. It feels maybe different.
I mean, obviously it would have been different. My personality is completely different than Tim's. My experiences, my background.
So basically, he's saying that he's smarter than Kamala, which he is. He would have been a better option than Tim Walz, which he would have been. I don't think it changes the outcome at all because VPs really don't have impacts on elections for the most part. But, boy, this is a guy who – and remember, Mark Cuban has scrubbed his social media of all of his Kamala Harris campaign support. All gone.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, Blue Sky Social is tanking Mark Cuban's business.
And remember, he put
Haven't
down
had
conservative women. Just remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's
I
right.
forgot
Donald
about that.
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't surround himself with
Smart
strong
women.
and intelligent
Oh, yes,
women.
yes,
Smart
yes.
women don't
No, we
support
only do it.
Trump.
We have the smartest people, not the stupid people.
Mayor
We
Pete!
have the stupid
Thank you,
people.
sir.
No, it's funny to see him say that and say, well, I don't want to be the one to tell Kamala she has a dumb idea, as if that was going to be a regular occurrence. Because it would have,
Do we really
But-
believe, though, that Kamala was actually considering? I mean, because we all said back in July of last year, hard to believe a year has gone by since then, that, Tim Walz was the pick because Josh Shapiro would steal the shine from Kamala. Josh Shapiro's Jewish. Josh Shapiro easily would have been the better option. Do you think Kamala's ego would allow her to have somebody as high profile as Mark Cuban on the ticket?
Maybe not. Probably not. There's that. There's the fact that she doesn't make good decisions. He would have been a better decision than Walz. But I mean, a mailbox would have done a better job, specifically because the mailbox doesn't flail its arms around when it's when it walks outside. So I just think it's interesting. I think it's interesting to hear the way he talked about it, right? Of course, it would have been different. Like, he slammed both of them.
He did.
Right? But during election season, they were the best thing, right? And obviously, you campaign and you have to kind of put forth that. But I think it was funny to kind of hear him say that he would have to tell her that her ideas are dumb, and he didn't want to be the one to do it. So that's Doug's job, right? Dougie Doritos.
Could you imagine Mark Cuban having to explain to her price caps and how that's a bad idea?
Let me ask you guys this, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer from all three of you. I think we're all going to be on the same page. But do you think it would have made any difference if Mark Cuban was the VP instead of Tim Walz?
No.
Like outcome?
Yes.
No.
Do you think she would have competed more?
No, I don't really think so. Maybe from a money standpoint.
Yeah.
Like maybe Cuban could have brought more, but she blew through that anyway and gave it all to like Beyonce and Oprah, so it's okay. I don't think the outcome changes.
I agree with you guys.
Anyway, he got clowned all day long on social media.
Yep.
Yeah. So did Walz.
Dawn, you're on the same page too.
Yeah, I think Mark Cuban, definitely an alpha male, and I'm glad he admitted that he basically thought that Kamala Harris was unfit to be president of the United States, and that he would have to imagine that, what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
But because, he also had just questioned conservative women, and that was bizarre to me. And so he has like his little issues with women. That would have been an issue had Kamala Harris had they chosen him.
Yep.
I agree.